Hey guys, it's Siobhan with ToKittyandBeyond, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Today we're going to be doing monthly horoscope readings for October, and this is for Aquarius. So that can apply to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And I also recommend that you watch Sun, Moon, and Rising sign videos as well, because sometimes you can fluctuate on which you resonate with the most. I know I sure do. Sometimes I resonate more with an Aquarius, which is my moon sign. So hey girl, I'm also feeling that energy. Okay, so we're going to be using the Gilded Tarot by Barbara Moore and the Rider-Waite as clarifiers if we need them. And this is going to be a 9-card spread going into everything over the month of October, from your current self to the advice and encouragement from Spirit. It's a general reading, so not everything's going to apply to everybody. It bounces around from person to person. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit or make it apply. Also, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I don't necessarily always read by the textbook. I just read what it is that I feel or what I'm seeing, so also sometimes what I'm hearing. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all of the information is in the description box below. Just hit the show more button, and you can shoot me an email. It's down there. All of the options and pricing are as follows. Okay, so let's get into it. Before I started recording, I tuned into your energy, and I got the phrase jumping for joy. So that's awesome, because as an Aquarius moon, I woke up this morning and that's pretty much what I did. I listened to a song called Aquarius Rising on Kalina Malnar's channel that she just posted. I recommend you guys check it out, because it's this really like funky beat with her speaking light language overlaid on top of it. It was awesome. So yeah, I was literally jumping around and dancing in my kitchen while I was making breakfast. So I'm feeling that Aquarius jumping for joy energy. So let's see what comes up. So current self for Aquarius in the month of October. Keep in mind that time is fluid, energy is fluid, so not everything's going to apply just in October. This could be, September, November, that kind of thing. Or whenever you're called to watch this video. So theme of the month for October. Oh, okay, no, that's too many. Theme of the month for October for Aquarius, please. And this one wanted to come out as well, so we're doing both there. The key goal. So far we have the Page of Swords, the 9 of Cups in reverse, the Empress, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. The obstacle to overcome, Page of Pentacles. I'm going to go through all of these individually, so don't worry. What's the major accomplishment for Aquarius this month? And don't worry that there's so many reversals. Sometimes I don't, if I don't feel called to read them as a reversal, I won't. It just depends. Depends on the context and the intuitive feeling that I'm getting. So the accomplishment, we have King of Swords. What to avoid in the month of October. Ace of Pentacles. What to embrace. Temperance. Awesome. Where to find support. Too many. Where to find support. Okay, yeah, it was that one. Page of Wands in reverse, and the advice and encouragement this month. We have Death. Okay. I feel like I'm going to be pulling clarifiers for your reading, Aquarius, because this is kind of all over the place, but I do see some themes. There's definitely something being cutting out, truth coming to light. There's definitely a lot of mental energy here. and some movement forward. Okay, so let's get into it. The current self, you guys are coming up this month as the Page of Swords in reverse. So this particular card has been coming up a lot in all of the monthly readings for October. And I see this as you needing to do more research, or you needing to think more about something. The Page of Swords is the perpetual student. He is constantly seeking information, constantly learning his craft, because the sword is still a little bit too big for him. He needs to get a better handle on it, and the only way that he can do that is through practice and through training, which I apply as in the terms of seeking information and knowledge. So this can mean spying as well. This may be you doing some internet research, if you know what I mean, like creeping somebody's profile or watching their stories or whatever it may be. Your current self is coming up as this, but I don't think it's malicious intent. I don't think that you have anything that you're spying on anybody for a bad reason. I think you're gathering information to make a decision, is what I'm feeling. You're gathering information because you're going through a transition of some kind, and the information you're gathering is going to help you move through that. So I actually want to get clarifiers on that one as well, even though that seemed to be fairly straightforward. What's the Page of Swords referring to in the Aquarius's current self? Yeah, so we have the Devil in reverse. So this is you gathering information so that you don't make the same mistakes again, freeing yourself from a situation through knowledge. So the more you learn, the more, oh my gosh, do you remember that? Like, I can't remember if it was Reading Rainbow or something like that. It was like, knowledge is power. And it was I feel like the more that you guys gain information and knowledge and you integrate that, you're going to be able to free yourself from some kind of constraints that have been limiting you in some way, especially very physically. So I mean, like, let's make this applicable. Let's say, for example, you're doing information on how to better your diet. You're going out there and you're researching what foods are healthy for you in particular, or for a certain goal, and then you're applying that in a very tangible way in your life. That way you're freed from the patterns that you once fell into. So instead of, reaching for the box of KD, you are now preparing yourself like a quinoa Buddha bowl or something like that. But you have to seek outside of yourself for that information. On the other side, or the other hand of it, this could be you guys spying on somebody who did you wrong in the past, and or that you suspect of doing you wrong right now or this month. So this could be you're watching the person's Snapchat stories or Instagram stories or Facebook profile to see what they've been up to. Are they being shady? What is their intent? What are they about? Let's get one more on that. Oh, yeah, the Fool. Because you don't want to be made a fool of. You don't want to be played for a fool. On the lighter side, this is a whole new beginning. So for those of you who are starting new regimens and using information to better yourself, this is a whole new beginning for you. And for those of you who are doing the spying, because I'm getting two very different groups here. For those of you who are doing the reconnaissance work, you don't want to be made a fool of. And so you're paying very close attention to what this other person is doing. And or posting, because you don't want to look bad. Okay, we're going to move on now to the theme of the month, which we have as the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Empress. So I'm seeing the theme of the month for you guys being about sharing the wealth and nurturing others. That's what I'm feeling from these two cards. I could apply the Nine of Cups in reverse as overindulging as well. So this may be some of the information that you're using to try and better yourself because the overindulging just wasn't working for you. And the Empress could be your inner nurturer being awakened and nurturing yourself in a new way, because this overindulgence really taxed you or drained you, and it wasn't healthy. It just wasn't healthy. But I see the theme of the month being you bettering yourself in some way, you stepping into that Empress energy, which is nurturing, loving, she's the ultimate mother, very abundant as well too. So the Nine of Cups, like, even though it is in reverse, you do have that energy here for you, and that is a very abundant energy that's having a lot of emotional fulfillment and wanting to share it with others. So the theme of the month, I think, is going to be bettering yourself and then sharing that with others, which is beautiful. So key goal for the month is the Ace of Swords in reverse. I'm feeling as though the key goal is going to be watching your tongue is what I'm hearing. You know, for the group that's doing the spying and stuff like that, it's not going to be the time to, if you do see something that you don't like, it's not going to be the time to confront somebody on it. I feel as though that would not benefit you in any way. It might feel good in the moment, or you might just do it out of the aggression in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like the passion, the heat of the moment. But I don't think it's going to be for your greatest and highest good. I do want to get clarifiers on the Ace of Swords as the key goal. Yeah, Hermit here in reverse, very much asking you to go within rather than addressing somebody, because the truth will come out. The truth will come out. It might take a little while, but the truth will come out. And one more on the key goal for Aquarius. Well, we got two more. So we have Temperance, which you guys have 2 times in your reading now, and the Ten of Swords. So be patient, because this betrayal or this backstabbing or whatever it is that's going on is eventually going to end. It's going to come to an end. The truth will come to light, and you won't have to do anything about it. Let the universe take care of the balance. Let the universe and karma play their role, because that's what they do. So if somebody has been doing you wrong and they've been sharing things publicly about you that is making you look negative in some light, don't worry, because they're doing it with malicious intent, or they could be doing it with malicious intent, and that is going to come to light as well. So, you know, the universe has a way of working itself out, and karma is not a bitch unless you are. So if this person has been acting shady, then they're going to get called out on it. And it's not going to be you who does it, though. It's not going to be you who does it. It's going to be somebody else, and it's going to be public. I don't know where this is. This is so crazy. Like, I'm not used to getting that. And I think that's why this jumping for joy is going to come in, because you didn't even have to do anything. You didn't have to involve yourself in that negative energy. You just kind of sat back and you watched, yes, but you took care of yourself. You made yourself the main focus this month. And that energy is what protected you. And it's also what is vying for you, like what's on your side, because people see that and they go, well, they've just been focused on themselves and bettering themselves. So obviously it's this guy who's sharing all that crap, or this person who's sharing all that crap that's in the wrong. So the obstacle to overcome is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm seeing this as like, I always see the peacock. The peacock is flamboyance and confidence and self-confidence. So you may be feeling very introverted this month, especially with what we had, the Hermit and the Page of Swords in reverse. Very introverted sort of energy. Which is a good thing, though. It can be an obstacle, because for an Aquarius, it's a very mental sign. That's why there's a lot of swords here. It's very much about your thought processes, and sometimes going too introverted can let your mind run rampant, is what I'm hearing. So the obstacle for you guys is going to be doing this introversion in a new way. So almost like, how do I put this? Almost like instead of needing to show off, you're going to show off for yourself. Like, you're not showing off for anybody else. You're doing it for you. And okay, so I'm hearing like, okay, somebody, like one person goes out and donates to a homeless shelter and then they go and tell everybody about it. That person didn't do it for the right reasons. They did it because they wanted the recognition for it. They didn't do it because it made them feel good to help. They did it because other people will perceive them in a certain way. And I feel like you think that if you go out and you want to be charitable, people will perceive you in that way because somebody's been talking smack about you in this sort of light. But I think that you're coming to the realization that you're doing it for the person. You're doing it to help. You're not doing it for you. So it really doesn't matter what other people think. It's to help, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. It really doesn't matter if people are thinking that you're doing it for the attention, because you're not sharing it on social media, but somehow people are finding out, or they see this about you, and the perception's going to change. People are going to understand your true inner motives, which are benevolent, which are kind, nurturing. This is that Empress energy. You're sharing all that you have because you genuinely want to, because it makes you feel good to help other people who need it, because you know that you have a lot, and some people don't, and then you can share, because sharing is caring. I love saying that. Sharing is caring. So I'm going to move on from that. I was going to get clarifiers, but I think that's pretty good. That it is an obstacle for you to overcome, though, because it's a self-perception that needs to change. And that's where the Hermit comes in, realizing this, or this video helping you to realize this, hopefully, that it's not about what other people think of you. It's about how you feel about your actions and what you're doing. And eventually, when you stay in integrity and you stay with your moral standards, people begin to see that. It's only a matter of time. So they may not right off the bat because of whatever's happened in the past or whatever somebody else is doing, but the truth will out. The truth will always out, and you being good will come back to you. So the major accomplishment this month is the King of Swords. So this could be, I mean, this is you guys, this is your energy. The King of Swords, male or female, is an air sign. So this is, or it could be another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But I'm feeling as though this is you guys stepping back into your sovereignty, your sitting on your throne, and you're not allowing other people to phase you quite as much. This is going to be the major accomplishment. So this is kind of what I'm talking about before, where it doesn't matter what other people are doing, because you know that you're sitting up on the throne and you've got your shit in order. You're not really worried. And if somebody were to come at you, you can defend yourself in a way that is very mental and intellectual, so that the other person leaves kind of scratching their head. They're not really sure what happened. They're not even sure if they lost the argument, but you know how to diffuse a situation in a completely mature and intellectual way. So this is you guys really, like, knowledge is power. This is what I'm feeling from this card, and I might even call this video Knowledge is Power. But I feel like this is why you're going to be jumping for joy, is because you are stepping back into your true power. Then we have what to avoid, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is interesting to me because the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, or it can be an opportunity in the physical realm. So this can be money, this can be career options, or a new foundation, some level of very tangible new energy coming into your life. So being in the what to avoid position, it's almost like saying don't focus on the money. Don't focus, and I'm seeing that as well with the page of page of Pentacles in reverse. These are both money, right? Like, don't focus on the money. It's not about the money. It doesn't matter. It's about you feeling good about yourself and you helping others from that place. It's not about the money that you have coming in. It's not about the money going out. I want to clarify this. What to avoid for Aquarius. What is Ace of... yeah, so we got the Six of Swords in reverse. And what to avoid for Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles. So you may be afraid that you're losing your wealth. You may be afraid that whatever it is that is affecting you in your life right now, that this opportunity is not going to come. The Six of Swords is, it's moving forward and trusting your intuition. So it's coming up in reverse saying that you might be very unsure of what's going on right now. But the Queen of Pentacles clarifying is saying that things are going to work out for you. You're going to be abundant. You're going to have everything that you need and more, as long as you nurture yourself. Because the Queen of Pentacles energy is similar to the Empress in that she's very mothering, very nurturing, and it's very physical, like a physical way of nurturing, like food, money, home, things like that. So I think what to avoid is worrying about not having this opportunity or worrying about where your money is going to come from, especially if you want to give back, because sometimes it can be hard to give when you feel like you don't have enough, but that's actually the time to give because it opens up for you to receive. So the universe sees you giving, and the energy of that, the energetic signature of that just screams, I have more than enough, because you're giving. And so the universe goes, well, here's some more, because that's the energy that you're vibrating at, is that you have more than enough, and like attracts like. So if you're vibrating at that you don't have enough, and so you try to save, that's actually going to limit the new inflow of abundance. And I really needed to hear this because I'm an Aquarius moon, and this really, I'm resonating with this like crazy. Giving back opens the flow to receive. And it's a win-win situation because you're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it to help people because it makes you feel good. You're not doing it for the attention. You're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because it genuinely feels good. Yes, jumping for joy. I love it. Yes. Okay. Moving forward, we have what to embrace. Temperance, balance, finding the balance between giving and receiving. Trying little things differently each day and seeing what works for you and what doesn't. This is like a science experiment, you know? You don't know the results until you test all of these different variables and get your outcome. That's why we're doing this research. That's why we're seeking this information. And that's why we're making these little changes to ourselves and nurturing ourselves in new ways and helping other people in new ways. Because we're trying to figure out what's going to work best for us and what's going to work best for others. We are on this journey with limited information. We have a ton of resources and support and help, but we have a tendency to feel like we don't necessarily know where we're going, what we're doing, or any of that stuff. So it's an experiment. It's an adventure. We get to choose our own outcomes. We get to experiment and see what happens. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye like one of those choose your own adventure books or comics where it would be like, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And then you turn to this page if you want to do that. And then you see how that storyline plays out. So it's almost like your choices are creating the realities that you want to be in. So choose from a place of balance. Choose from a place of inner wisdom, because that and nurturing and love come from a place of compassion in everything that you do. And the storyline will be the highest storyline. It will be the best storyline for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so where to find support? We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. Where to find support is fueling your inner fire when it comes to something that you're passionate about. This is going to be you stepping up your game and really acting from a place of creativity. So you may think about it for a little while first, but I see action coming in. I see creativity coming in. I see you're learning a new trade, you're learning a new skill, or you're honing a talent that you've had for a while, but maybe you put it down and it kind of fell by the wayside for a long time. This is you picking it back up and moving forward with that. I want to get clarifiers on where to find support. And that's going to support you because you're bettering yourself. Again, you know, the Hanged Man, you're seeing things from a new perspective and you're ready to stand up now and move forward with that perspective because you've become enlightened into what you really want, what you're really passionate about. Like, so for me, to give you guys an example, because I resonate with this, I have allowed myself to get really distracted in the past and I stopped creating art. I used to draw all the time. I used to dance. I used to sing. And the tarot has become my form of creative outlet. But I've just been feeling lately like I'm really inspired and really just seeing things from a new perspective and finding balance in my life. And through that, I've started painting again. I've started sketching again. I'm going to get back into writing again. I've started writing little posts on my Instagram. If you want to follow me there, it's ToKittyandBeyond. And I'm feeling much more fulfilled and much more motivated to move forward. So this is that whole energy of the Page of Wands and the Hanged Man. It's this enlightenment. It's like you always knew this, but you just needed to see it from a new perspective to act on it in a new way, to fuel the inner fire and be able to move forward in something that you may have sort of not had, that felt like you didn't have the time for or didn't have the energy for or what have you. But this, you're self-nurturing and you ending the overindulgence. Again, I resonate with that. This summer was fun, but let me tell you, it's now time to focus on other things, which is going to be like what is the most beneficial for you. Like that is key to becoming the Empress, to sitting on your throne, to being the ruler of your life, the decider of how your story plays out. So now we have advice and encouragement from Spirit, being the Death card. Do not fear the Reaper. That was actually one of the songs that came into my head for one of the other signs. I can't remember who. I think it was Scorpio, but I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all my videos because I've been recording them over the course of the past week or so, trying to get them all together at one time. So the Death card is a transition, though, basically. So we've got the Death card, we've got the Fool card. You know, these are new beginnings. These are opportunities for you to move forward in a new way, but you do have to kind of release the old to be able to move forward. You can't keep dragging that baggage around with you. And that's where the Hanged Man comes in. It's like you've given yourself this time to see things from a new perspective. And the Hermit, same thing. It's that internal awakening. And now you're ready to sit on your throne. So you have to leave behind all of your pauper clothes. You know, you can't go and sit on the throne looking like a queen or a king in your rags. You have to let them go. You have to bathe yourself and cleanse yourself and then step up. So this is letting go of the old way of doing things, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, but this is the advice and encouragement. So they're saying, you're actually going to like this. Some signs don't like change, like Taurus, Capricorn, the earth signs. I mean, it can apply to anybody. Not everybody. I don't think most people like constant change. It can be jarring, but I think in this circumstance for Aquarius this month, you guys are going to be enjoying this change because it's the death of something that was not enjoyable to you anymore and you're ready for this change. So I want to get more clarifiers on the advice and encouragement. Knight of Cups. Ooh la la. This is a death of an old way of thinking. And when you let it go, there's this offer of love coming in. So this could be a romantic offer of love, or this could be you finding your inner passion for, again, what you love doing. But it could be a new suitor. You know, this is a very romantic card. So the Knight of Cups, he wants to come in and sweep you off your feet. He thrives on romantic gestures. So I think once you let go of what wasn't serving you, a relationship or whatever it was that was toxic in some way, you have this opportunity for this new beginning. So coming out of this toxic relationship and putting that finally to a close, like completely. This could be, you know, you changing your Facebook status from in a relationship to single. And I'm actually saying that it wasn't in a relationship, the status, it was it's complicated. This is you changing your status from it's complicated to single. So congrats, because that is amazing. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse over here. And then we have the Nine of Cups upright. So this is you guys really coming into your fulfillment once all of this is completed. So by the end of the month or the beginning of November, this is going to be this fulfillment, this love coming in. You have love coming in, guys. This is amazing. And this is this period we're in right now from October 5th to November, I think 14th. Or 15th. It's 40 days and 40 nights of Venus retrograde, basically. And Venus retrograding in Scorpio. So this is us digging into old ways of receiving or giving love, or our relationship patterns that need to be abolished. Getting rid of these old relationship patterns, seeing them for what they were, and then not repeating them anymore. So this is really going to be a time of enlightenment when it comes to relationships, and it's going to be a whole new fresh start in love and in your creative passions, is what I'm feeling, and in a very physical way. Okay, guys, so that was your reading, Aquarius. My fellow Aquarians, we are in the age of Aquarius. This is our grand rising. This is us stepping into unity consciousness. There's crazy stuff happening in the universe, in the world, and all over. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying these monthlies. And to all my old subscribers, I love you so much. You've been with me since day one homies. Again, if you want to book a reading with me, the information's in the description box below. Just email me and we can get a custom private reading for you in order. I'm very flexible, and I have 15 to 16, I need to recount, but I think I have like 15 or 16 decks of cards ranging from tarot to oracle. And I also give spiritual counseling, guidance, and Reiki healing sessions. If you're in need of an energy cleanse to get rid of this death period, I can help you to release and move forward. You know, it's like taking a bath after never having taken a bath in your entire life. It feels amazing, let me tell you. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month. Bye.